Very good morning, class. This lecture is about cloud-based application development and management, and the code is TCS 552. Myself, Dr. Sachin Sharma. We are discussing Unit 5, Cloud Application. In this unit, we'll cover current trends in cloud computing, future scope of cloud computing in various fields like IoT, machine learning. Then we'll discuss about a case study on AWS, EC2, compute, S3, storage, Redshift data warehouse, GitHub repository, then introduction to GitHub, introduction to creating repository and how to use GitHub repository. IoT and cloud computing. First, we'll try to understand that what is the relation between IoT and cloud computing. The cloud computing of IoT is an on-demand self-service, means it will be available when there is need. Cloud computing is a web-based service that can be accessed without any special assistance or permission from other people, and however the customer or user need at minimum some sort of internet access. The cloud computing of IoT involves broad network access, means it offers several connectivity options. Cloud computing resources can be accessed through a wide variety of internet connected devices, and those devices can be tablet, mobile device, laptop, desktop, and this level of convenience means users can access those resources in a wide variety of manners, even from old devices. Again, though, this emphasizes the need for network access points. You have already studied the characteristic of cloud computing as per NIST: on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling. And here in IoT, Internet of Things, the sensors, the devices, they are connected to the internet, and whatever data they are getting from the user end, it is shared over internet. The third one is cloud computing allows for resource pooling, which means information can be shared with those who know where and how to access the resources anytime, anywhere, if it is connected to the internet, which lends to broader collaboration or closer connection with each other user. And from IoT perspective, we can easily assign an IP address to everything on planet, and we can share the address of the cloud-based protected and stored information with others and pool resources. And the fourth one is rapid elasticity, which means users can readily scale the services as per their needs. The user can easily and quickly edit the software setup and add or remove user increase storage space as per the requirement, and that characteristics will further empower IoT by providing elastic computing power, storage and networking. In IoT, the hardware has very small storage, so anyhow they're gonna need cloud computing for further advancement of IoT. And this is the last characteristic of cloud computing: measured services. The cloud computing of IoT is measured services, which means you have to pay what you get. So providers can easily measure usage statistics such as storage, processing, bandwidth, active user accounts inside the cloud instance, and this pay-per-use PPU model means the cost scale with your usage. And in IoT terms, it's comparable to the ever-growing network of physical objects that feature an IP address for internet connectivity and the communication that occurs between these objects and other internet enabled devices and systems, just like the cloud service. And the service rates for that IoT infrastructure may also scale with use. So all these 5 characteristics of cloud computing, they empower IoT. What's the difference between cloud computing and IoT? The cloud computing in single term means accessing the data and program from the centralized pool of compute resources which can be ordered and consumed on demand. And typically, the cloud deployments are described in 3 different models that you are familiar with: public, private, hybrid, and there is another one, community. So for some organization they use only 3 different model: public, private, or hybrid, and so these are 3 the basic one, and the other one is community model. It is the specific deployed by some organization. And the Internet of Things refers to the connection of the devices other than the usual, such as computers to the internet. It's car, kitchen appliance, and other sensors which are connected through the IoT. The IoT is an enabler for change. It enables system, devices, sensors to be automated in a cost-effective and intelligent manner which support real-time control and monitoring. And having said that, all the relevant information available at real time along with the historical trend data, which provides the ability to combine and process this data in an innovative manner, resulting in more effective and efficient control or decision making. It is something that you can relate with if you search on your browser about any product on Amazon. The next time whenever you pop up your browser, you get related products on your screen coming there. So it doesn't matter if your Gmail account or other mail account is synchronized with other devices. It may be phone, it may be tablet, it may be laptop, it may be desktop. So whatever you search at any device, it will be synchronized the window that you pop up. And based on your clicks, you get the notification from the vendor side and from the website in form of cookies, where you get the multiple and related option for purchasing. This is one of the innovative manner that your data is used. This is the good view graph of connection of the cloud and services with the different devices. As you see that it's city, intelligent city, which has responsive store, intelligent medical devices, connected ambulance, which is part of intelligent hospital, smart grid, municipal command and control center, which is part of intelligent city, intelligent digital signal, intelligent highway, intelligent factory, where the factory optimization, logistic optimization are there. When we talk about intelligent highway, which has automated car system, traffic cameras, home energy management, traffic flow optimization, comms network optimization. So all those are part of intelligent system, and they are connected through the cloud service using IoT, Internet of Things, and services. And now you can think that how much data is collecting from different sources and how that can be innovatively utilized by the organization. So we saw the difference between IoT and cloud computing. Now we'll talk about how they are complement to each other. So we have taken different parameters. When we talk about the big data, IoT acts as a source of our big data, and cloud computing, it acts as a way or a means to manage big data. When we talk about the reachability, IoT has very limited reachability, but the cloud computing is a far spread wide. The user has internet anywhere in the world, they can use it. Next parameter is storage. IoT has limited or almost none, but the cloud computing, it's large, very large. It's virtually, which never ends. When we talk about the role of internet, IoT acts as a point of convergence, and the cloud computing acts as a means for delivering services. Next parameter is computing capabilities. IoT has limited capabilities, the cloud computing has virtually unlimited. Next parameter is component. In IoT it runs on hardware components. In cloud computing it runs on virtual machines which imitate hardware components. So these are the 6 parameters: big data, reachability, storage, role of internet, computing capabilities, and components. And based on those parameters, how IoT and cloud computing connected to each other, we discussed about it. And that's it for the day. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.